But tonight, our top story. It's being billed as the centre versus opposition showdown in and outside Parliament. Today, huge uproar witnessed in both houses of Parliament, with the opposition parties cornering the Narendra Modi government on several issues, from farmer protests, price rise to the recent Snoopgate controversy. The government, though, says that it is not concerned with the opposition protests. What is the lie of the land? Are we seeing now a shift in political power equations? Mosmi Singh brings us today's Centre versus Opposition Battleground Report.
Farmers are raising their voice, holding a parallel parliament at Jantar Mantar in Delhi to get their demands heard. They want all the three farm laws that give private enterprises a larger role scrapped in toto.
ये तो सरकार को सोचना है कि रास्ता निकालना चाहती है या नहीं, क्योंकि ये भारत कृषि प्रधान देश है और यहाँ पर किसानों की बात सबसे पहले होनी चाहिए।
सरकार को ये लगता है कि थक जाएंगे, झुक जाएंगे, थक कर टूट जाएंगे, लेकिन ये एक बात बता दूं, किसान ने जो फसल बोई है वो अपनी फसल काट के जाएगा।
While the government has trashed the protest,
देखिए, पहली बात तो आप उन लोगों को किसान कहना बंद कीजिए, क्योंकि वो किसान नहीं है, मवाली है वो।
The farmers are getting support from the opposition parties who have raised their voice inside Parliament.
Most unfortunate that Dipender Singh Hooda ji and I, both belonging to Punjab and Haryana, moved the Kam Roko adjournment motion twice. But it seems the government is hell-bent not to listen to the farmers.
This monsoon session, the opposition is batting on the front foot, raising their voice over various issues ranging from COVID pandemic management.
सबको एक साझा माफीनामा उन लोगों के नाम भेजना चाहिए जिनकी लाशें गंगा में तैर रही थी, किसी ने कह दिया ये, किसी ने कह दिया वो,
to price rise.
नरेंद्र मोदी को जो डिसीजन है, पेट्रोल डीजल का भाव जितना बढ़ा दिया, 130 करोड़ आदमी आज देश का अंदर, सब लोग बहुत तकलीफ में है।
To Snoopgate.
I think an independent judicial inquiry, either appointed by the Supreme Court or under the Commissions of Inquiry Act, something like that is bound to be able to get to the truth, which is what the Indian people need to know.
While the Congress is still fine-tuning its strategy, others are stepping in. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has called for opposition unity.
अगर कभी होश खत्म हो जाएगा तो उसका बाद हम एक बहुत बड़ा रैली ब्रिगेड पैरेड ग्राउंड में करेंगे.
While the opposition is raising its voice, it is yet to strike the right pitch. Many parties like the Biju Janata Dal are on the fence.
देखिए, ये तो 2019 में भी दीदी ने कोशिश किए थे एक फ्रंट बनाकर अपने प्रधानमंत्री का जो फेस वो करना चाहती है. अभी फिर से उनका वो जाग उठा है उनका सपना.
This monsoon session, the opposition is trying to get the government on the mat. While it has a range of issues to target the government on, it still is a divided house. With video journalists Parmendra Sharma and Paulami Saha, this is Mosmi Singh in Delhi for India Today.
So let's get straight into our political debate. Has the opposition finally found its voice back, as some are suggesting? Is it now a case of Mr. Modi and the BJP versus all? Does the opposition though have a grand strategy to take on this government? Should the government itself step out on denial mode on issues like farm laws and the Snoopgate controversy? Joining me now, Yogendra Yadav, Swaraj India President and someone who's been associated with the farm protests. Pawan Kheda, Congress's evergreen spokesperson. Gaurav Bhatia, the BJP's senior spokesperson. Kakuli Ghosh Dastidar, senior Trinamool Congress MP. Let me come to you, Gaurav Bhatia, first before you say that the opposition is gherawing you on this channel. Let me ask you, do you fear that for the first time since 2019, the government is on the defensive this time? In the first 2 years of Modi 2.0, you pushed your agenda, whether it was on CAA, whether it was on triple talaq, whether it was on Article 370. Now the opposition is hitting you, price rise, farm laws, and Snoopgate. Do you feel for the first time that the balance has changed in the power equations? Or at least in the narrative?
You know, for some anchors who are conducting the program at 9 p.m., definitely they have this feeling that the narrative has shifted. But let me make it very clear that when it comes to the BJP government, we have full confidence in the leadership of Narendra Modi ji, just the way the citizens have faith in his leadership. And Rajdeep, I will put forward a very basic argument. Say the opposition has its own demands or they want to corner the government. You would also agree with me, the right place would be the floor of the House. But today, what happened in the Rajya Sabha is deplorable, condemnable. I think, trying to take away the paper from the IT minister where he wanted to respond to the charge of the opposition itself shows how feeble, how weak the opposition is. And I would like to say on the farmers issue, it's a very rare occasion when manifestos of two political parties, the BJP and the Congress, both promise the same thing. The only difference is Shri Narendra Modi ensured that the promise that he made in the manifesto, whereas Congress started opposing the very same promise that they had made in the manifesto. And therefore, all these farmers that are in protest, I would just like to say, we have a firm belief that more than 13 crore farmers of the country support the 3 farm laws that have been brought because this is a historic change. So it is their perception versus our belief. And in a democracy, you have to win elections to bring about a change. And I think the mandate was given to Shri Narendra Modi ji. We are fulfilling that mandate with utmost honesty.
I gave you 2 minutes uninterrupted because otherwise you would blame me that you are not being given enough time. But I want to tell you this. It's very interesting that you are accusing the opposition today of disruption in parliament. One of your gurus, the late Arun Jaitley, in fact, you might recall, had once said that at times you need disruption in parliament because it brings benefits to the country. And as I keep saying, therefore, where you stand depends on where you sit. I'll let you quickly respond and then go to the opposition.
Only 30 seconds.
Yes, please do.
So Rajdeep, since you take
Shri Arun Jaitley ji, whom at least I think many and most of the Indians revere, he never tore papers or copies of the bills or copy of the ordinance like Rahul Gandhi, which has been passed by the cabinet. He was a man of rule of law and the Constitution of India. To just, take out one statement made by him and then say what the TMC MP did today and trying to give him cover fire, I think is not just, and you are not doing justice to the contributions of Arun Jaitley ji in the House.
Okay. You're saying that tearing of papers is unacceptable. You're also saying importantly that this government is ready to discuss all issues on the floor of the parliament, from price rise to farm laws to even Snoopgate. Respond then, Pawan Khera. If this government says it's ready to discuss all issues on the floor of the parliament, why doesn't Rahul Gandhi now, instead of tweeting, come to the front row of parliament and take on the Modi government on every issue? This is his moment.
Rajdeep, first of all, my observation about your tagline. Has the opposition finally found its voice? I'm sorry, the opposition always had its voice. My question to you is, I hope the media is now finding its voice. Barring some exceptions, some islands of integrity in the Indian media, over the last 7 years, I think Indian media has lost its voice, and I hope Rajdeep Sardesai, now, for the sake of the country, the media finds its voice again.
Sir, I have never lost my voice, A. I have never lost my voice, A. B, it is not the media's job to play the role of the opposition. The opposition has to play the role of the opposition. I am not sitting in parliament. You have to corner the government in parliament, not me.
Thank you for your interruption. I welcome this interruption because I wanted you to say this. I didn't say you lost your voice. I thought you belong to that island of integrity. If you think you don't, I would be surprised. I think you belong to that island of integrity. Anyway, I'm not talking to the islanders. I'm talking to the highlanders who've been the propaganda machines for this government. Opposition, whether it's the BJP in opposition or the Congress in opposition, definitely needs the media to articulate, to amplify our issues. These are not our issues. Farmers is not my issue. Demonetization was not just my issue. It was not, snooping is not my issue. It's the country's issue. COVID mismanagement is the country's issue. So you are not obliging me by amplifying what I'm saying. You are doing your duty to the country. So when I say don't lose your voice, I mean larger media has lost its voice and it should regain its voice. Land acquisition, it was Rahul Gandhi. COVID mismanagement, it was Rahul Gandhi. Snooping, it is Rahul Gandhi.
No, so why doesn't
Rahul Gandhi?
So why doesn't Rahul Gandhi? Why doesn't Rahul Gandhi now give us a fair? Why doesn't Rahul Gandhi take it up in Parliament?
Rajdeep, now stop, please. You interrupted me once. Now let me finish. Like Gaurav Bhatia, give me my 2 minutes. No?
Okay, please.
And then you ask me again a supplementary question. I am ready. I am not running away anywhere. I am not Narendra Modi that will run away from the media.
No, that's uncharitable.
No,
Rahul Gandhi is the one who goes
demonetization.
Yes.
Asthana.
Gaurav, let him complete. He did not interrupt you. Gaurav, he did not interrupt you.
What kind of a remark was that?
Okay, you made your point. Gaurav, your voice has to be different. Yeah, go ahead. Finish.
मीडिया से तो आपके प्रधानमंत्री भागे फिरते हैं, डरते हैं, डरपोक प्रधानमंत्री है. मीडिया के सामने तो हिल जाते हैं, डरते हैं, कांपते हैं. इसमें क्या है? आपको डर लग रहा है सुनने में?
Okay, go ahead.
बोलने में डर
Pawan Kheda, finish your point.
आपको सुनने में डर लग रहा है.
Pawan Kheda, finish your point. Make your point.
So, आपको तो याद होगा राजदीप सरदेसाई, अस्थाना का अफसाना. Who was the political party which went outside the CBI headquarters protesting? Rahul Gandhi. I'll remind you where all Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party have been out on the streets. आपको याद नहीं होगा. Selective memory. That's my problem with the media. Even the islanders have a selective memory. It was only Congress party, and in the Congress party, I'm sorry to admit, only Rahul Gandhi, who has been at the spearhead of all these issues, were lending political muscle to the farmers movement. Which party did that? Nationally, Congress party. You name one issue, and I'll tell you where we've not been found wanting. We have been at the forefront. Whether it's the parliament, whether it's the television studios, whether it's the roads of Delhi or anywhere in the country, we have been there. Hathras, कौन गया था? बताइए कौन था?
Okay, can I respond, Rajdeep?
Okay, you.
India Gate पे किसने? Priyanka Gandhi was there at India Gate protesting against the Kathua and Unnao child rapes.
Okay, you claim that the Congress has been taking up these issues. I'll revert to that.
I don't claim.
I'll come back to your strategy. I'll come back to your strategy in a moment.
This is not a claim.
Okay.
These are facts.
Okay, I'll come back to your strategy. Let's give equal time. Kakoli Ghosh Dastidar, in his opening remarks, Gaurav Bhatia made an accusation against the Trinamool Congress. Your MPs today were accused of tearing up the speech of the IT ministers. There's likely to be a privilege motion. It seems that your MPs have got extra aggressive. If the accusation against Congress at times is that it hasn't been aggressive in Parliament and outside, Trinamool now is on ultra-aggressive mode. Your MPs are cycling to Parliament protesting against the price rise. Mamta Banerjee every day is targeting Prime Minister Modi on spygiri. Let's understand the Trinamool Congress's strategy. Do you want to be the fulcrum, the magnet for the opposition, or do you accept that it has to be the Congress, which is a larger national party?
We have our responsibility towards the people of India. Mamta Banerjee has been member of Lok Sabha 7 times, and she is the 3rd time Chief Minister elected by the people of West Bengal. So when the people trust her, not only in the state, all over the country, she has her responsibilities, and so the party also has to take this active role where other opposition parties should come together on board to protest against all the atrocities.
This Congress is saying they've taken the lead. Kakoli Ghosh Dastidar, Congress is saying it's taken the lead, but please see what Trinamool Congress MPs did today. You tore the bill. Was it necessary to tear a bill to register your protest? To register or tear the speech of the IT minister?
When you are not allowed, when you are not allowed to talk properly, when you are not given time, I will tell you one thing. I had put in a calling attention notice for the health minister for tomorrow's date, 23rd, and I wanted to know about the status of COVID. It was not admitted. So when you are not allowed to talk on the floor of the house, and you are in favor of the people are facing enormous problems as far as hike in the fuel price is concerned, hike in all kinds of domestic utility goods are concerned. There is the Snoop gate there, you don't have your privacy, and there
the government said
the
it's ready
women
to discuss all
insecurity,
issues.
the
Kakoli
Dalit
Ghosh Dastidar
insecurity,
on the show
the
today,
farm
Gaurav Bhatia is saying
insecurity.
government is
So
ready
if
to
you're
discuss
not
all
allowed,
issues.
Opposition will be. No, it's all sham. They don't let you talk. They don't even allow you a question, supplementary question. We've seen this since 2014. It is aided by the agencies like the ED, by the CBI. You are threatened, you are accosted. You are always in fear that somebody is going to knock at your door middle of the night. Somebody is listening in your telephone. So when the state of the country is like this,
yes,
a federal structure has been devastated. So the opposition has to stand up for the people of the country to save our nation.
Okay, so you're saying it is necessary to, in a way, stage these... Okay, you made your point, ma'am. You have to stage, in a way, what you did inside Parliament and outside to register your voice. Yogendra Yadav ji, I'll come to you in a moment. I just want to, because this issue was raised about the media, we saw today raids taking place on media houses. Dainik Bhaskar was raided across the country. Remember, Dainik Bhaskar is a newspaper which has been reporting extensively on the COVID issue. Income Tax Department conducted raids on the Dainik Bhaskar group in multiple cities alleging tax evasion. Raids were conducted Bhopal, Jaipur, Ahmedabad, other locations. Sources telling India Today the Income Tax Department now claims the company recorded some alleged bogus payments. But all of this is coming at a time when Dainik Bhaskar has been aggressively reporting on COVID. So Gaurav Bhatia, respond to that, because the charge which is being made is that you are not allowing a free press in this country. The media is not allowed to raise its voice, and the charge made by Kakoli and others is that people fear a midnight knock. ED, IT are being used as agencies. Your response, Gaurav Bhatia.
I hope I'll be given some time and I'll not be interrupted. Let me first answer your question on the media itself. Nobody should be in the business of issuing certificates of integrity. Not you, not me, not Pawan, not Yogendra ji or Kakoli ji. I think let the people of India decide who is a fearless journalist and who is not. So I think I don't want to get into the debate who is a man of integrity and who is not. But Rajdeep,
the raids on media houses, that are exposing you on COVID management.
My next line is on that only. My next line. I'm not the one to evade your question. Now, IT department, ED, CBI, it's not like the Congress party that they're controlled by the government. They are independent bodies. And if there is any illegal deed done by the company, there is no immunity that even the media houses enjoy. And I've been told, and subject to verification, it's not the media wing of the group that you're talking about that has been raided. It is for some other business interest that they have. And last but not the least, on media, these media houses are free to go to the court and get all the seizures, all the proceedings quashed, but it never happened.
Okay.
Now let me come to the comment made by my friend Pawan. Pawan ji, when we are having a good quality debate, for you to say कि भाग जाता है, he is an elected prime minister, and I would only tell you and remind you, when these 3 farmer bills were discussed in the parliament, कोई भाग गया था, वो बाहर चला गया था विदेश. I'm talking about Mr. Rahul Gandhi, he wasn't there. Now Rajdeep, would you not agree that discussion is the key to even expose the government and the treasury benches? When the Prime Minister called a meeting of all the political parties on COVID management, was it not their duty to participate? But Congress, Aam Aadmi Party and TMC decided not to participate.
No, that's because the meeting, the parliament is going on. You have a meeting outside parliament. The Prime Minister is unwilling to have a meeting inside parliament.
No, is it wrong to have a meeting outside the parliament if the Prime Minister is convening a meeting? So you are trying to say opposition should not participate in any meeting outside the parliament. That is what you are saying.
Okay, I will give Pawan a quick response and then go to Yogendra Yadav, who's been patiently listening. Yogendra Pawan Kheda, respond to this, that the belief is, and I made this point earlier, if the Congress believes that it is leading the opposition charge, it cannot lead it on social media. It's going to have to lead it inside parliament as well.
Rajdeep, we've seen the track record of this government, their conduct towards the opposition, inside the parliament, outside the parliament. We know our job. We know how to fight this government. We know exactly how to be heard and seen. Despite today's media, we know how to do it. आपके लिए बड़ा आसान है कि सोशल मीडिया पे मत लड़िए. किस पे लड़ें? इंडिया टुडे पे लड़ें, एनडीटीवी पर लड़ें, टाइम्स नाउ पर लड़ें, इन्हीं पर भरोसा करें. क्यों?
जमीन पर.
अरे आप छोड़िए ना, जमीन पर हमें कितना लड़ना है हमें मालूम है. हमसे ज्यादा कोई नहीं लड़ा.
No, don't intervene, please. Nobody is intervening, Gaurav, when you're speaking.
भाटिया to say that किसी को डरना नहीं चाहिए जांच से, अगर गलत नहीं किया तो. गौरव भाटिया, करवा दीजिए ना राफेल पे जांच. क्यों डर रहे हैं? पेगासस पे जांच क्यों डर रहे हैं? अगर मन में कुछ मैला नहीं है, कुछ गलत नहीं किया, आप जांच से क्यों डर रहे हैं? मीडिया हाउस को जांच से नहीं डरना चाहिए, पवन खेड़ा को जांच से नहीं डरना चाहिए, मोदी को डरना चाहिए. क्यों डरना चाहिए मोदी को? मतलब गलत क्या है? मतलब दाढ़ी में तिनका है. यही हमारा पॉइंट है.
Let me
Don't be selective in your hypothesis. Don't be selective in your theory.
Okay, well, let me come to Yogendra Yadav, who's patiently listened. Yogendra Yadav, today there was another dimension, the farmers. Again back in the news, again coming to Jantar Mantar, staging their alternate Kisan Sabha. The BJP, on the other hand, used the word, and I can quote what Meenakshi Lekhi, MP and now Minister, said, that they are Mawalis, not farmers. How do you respond? Has the farmers issue in a way got sidelined, or do you believe it's still central to any opposition to this government?
Rajdeep, I would not waste time in discussing petty remarks by people who don't know how to use language. Let me focus on the real issue. I'm happy and grateful that you mentioned Dainik Bhaskar. Let's also mention Bharat Samachar. Rajdeep, I make it my business to follow Hindi media. And if there's one thing, I know nothing about Dainik Bhaskar's business dealings, their groups, and I'm nobody to give them any certificate for that. But if there is one thing that I know in the last few months, which were the two Hindi news organizations which frankly and upfront reported the number of deaths, these were Dainik Bhaskar and Bharat Samachar. Everyone in the media knows this. These two groups.
Sir, Yogendra ji, I will also say this, that Aaj Tak was the first channel to report about the bodies that were floating in the Ganga. Let's give credit. I don't want to get into credit taking, but to be fair, Aaj Tak was also there. It's contrary to what the perception about the media is, that we are all Godi media. I say that the media did a stellar job in reporting Uttar Pradesh, but go ahead.
I would not quarrel with you, but I would say, what is it that unites Dainik Bhaskar with Bharat Samachar? Anyone who knows a bit about the media knows it is not their income tax deals. It is not their business deals. That's probably true of most of the business houses. The one thing that connected the two of these was their reporting of corona death. And the only purpose this IT raid is meant to do is to send a message to everyone. बच्चू आगे से ऐसा किया ना तो देख लो, तुम्हें आईटी में फंसाएंगे, 10 साल तक पड़े रहोगे. This is one of the biggest assaults on media freedom. I'm very grateful and thankful to you that you raised it up front in your show. On the larger debate that we had, Rajdeep, the news is not that government is on the back foot, which of course it is. The news is not that opposition has found its voice, which of course it has. The real news is that it has taken so long for this to happen in a country which for the last 1 year has witnessed one of the worst economic crises. Remember, we are in an economic downturn of a kind that this country hasn't seen in the last 4 decades. A country which has witnessed deaths which run into millions, not lakhs. We are speaking of millions. In that country, for a government to now finally come to back foot almost after 1 year, that is news. That is the stunning bit. It is not that the opposition lost the voice. The problem is that the opposition voice lost any credibility. It lost resonance. Opposition spoke. I'm sure Pawan Kheda is right in saying whatever he does, no one cared. Partly because the media was underplaying it, but frankly, Pawanji, partly also because opposition does not enjoy credibility. And that is the real issue. And frankly, the real opposition in this country has come not from Sansad, but from Sadak. Actually, farmers' organizations, other movements, anti-CA protests, these are the real opposition in this country. Today, many opposition MPs came to our farmers' dharna, and I'm grateful to that. I thank them all. We did not give them stage, as is our policy. But honestly, If the opposition had done its job, farmers need not have sit out for 8 months the way we are sitting. So something is wrong there.
You made an important, interesting point that the real opposition doesn't come from political parties, but in a sense comes from various civil society groups, including farmers groups. But Pawan Kheda, you want to respond because you put your hand up when you were asked about credibility, and then I'll get you also Kakoli on it. The credibility of the opposition is under question.
With three panelists from the opposition, you need
Don't
to
worry,
give some time, dear Rajiv.
Gaurav, I promise you'll get enough time.
On your show.
Let
That's the
Pawan
last thing
Kheda
I will
respond.
be.
He's been accused of lack of credibility. Let him respond. Go ahead, Pawan. Pawan, respond. Yes.
But anyway, you decide. You should be happy.
With due respect
yes.
to Yogendra Yadav ji, he was a part of another Sadak Ki movement in another era called the UPA era. So, are you trying to say that BJP had no role to play, had no credibility then, therefore some people like Yogendra Yadav and Anna Hazare came on the roads, created an atmosphere for the BJP to take advantage of and win? The difference between that era and this era, Yogendra ji, and I hope you'll agree with me, even if you don't, I'll still say, is the opposition then had all the avenues open to it, all these channels, including Rajdeep's channel, everybody gave absolute time to the opposition to level all kinds of allegations, and now we know all those allegations turned out to be false. Today's opposition does not have that advantage. Credibility of the opposition, I'm afraid, needs amplification, and amplification needs media. Media and opposition in any democracy do walk hand in hand. There is no, इसमें शर्माने की जरूरत नहीं कि अरे साहब मीडिया को ऑपोजिशन के साथ नहीं दिखना चाहिए. अगर मीडिया ऑपोजिशन को एम्पलीफाई नहीं करेगी, लोकतंत्र खत्म हो जाएगा.
Okay.
I hope Yogendra Yadav ji, you agree with me. You had a definite advantage in the UPA 2 era when all the prime time debates had Yogendra Yadav attacking the Congress then.
So you're saying the manner in which the media amplified the Anna Hazare movement, that doesn't happen today, and that reflects on the lack of credibility. Yogendra, a quick response, and then Gaurav Bhatia.
I had anticipated that, Rajdeep, and I said one of the reasons why opposition's voice does not have resonance is media hostility. Media is playing the government. Media, instead of asking questions to the government, is asking questions to opposition. At the same time, I would urge that opposition should not try and gloss over its own gross failures. The fact is, opposition does not have a coherent message, does not have a credible messenger. There's no way we can gloss over this basic fact of the politics of this country.
You know, while we are listening to Pawan Kheda and Yogendra Yadav, Kakoli, Ghosh, Dastidar, the opposition does not have a credible messenger or a message at the moment. Is that part of the problem? Where is, Mamta Banerjee says, I'm going to unite all the opposition together. Under whose leadership?
See, actually, the people of the country, they were waiting for the Achhe Din. But now the people are saying that Bura Din Acha Tha, Achhe Din Hame Nahi Chahiye. So the opposition, they were under so much of threat. They were killed, the media was killed. Don't forget Gauri Lankesh and also this lady in Lucknow. She had brought up the COVID situation and she was murdered on the road. So people were actually aghast and they were waiting like what is happening to this country. But now we've got together, the opposition has got together, the people have come forward and it is going to be a mass movement of the people of India to overthrow this misrule.
Leadership does not matter.
This misrule will be overthrown. It's going to be, of course it does, and Mamta Banerjee has given the clarion call for everybody to come together and save the nation.
Okay.
It is actually a national think tank who will come together, all the big heads put together from the opposition to save the country first from the clutches of the Bharatiya Janata Party's misrule and
you
this
made
kind
your point.
of aggressive behavior.
It's interesting that the opposition,
the democracy.
Gaurav Bhatia is watching and smiling because Pawan Kheda has raised his hand again. Pawan Kheda, what is it about what Kakoli said just now that troubled you? Is it that because she said that Mamta Banerjee has raised the clarion call that you have a problem?
Rajdeep ji, अगले प्रोग्राम में फिर आ सकता हूँ.
Yeah, next. You're coming next.
लग नहीं रहा मुझे.
You're coming next. Go ahead, Pawan.
लग नहीं रहा मुझे.
Pawan, go ahead.
It's not what Kakoli ji said that I think there's a time lag, so I thought, no. My issue is with what you said, what Yogendra Yadav said, credibility of the leadership. There is no messenger. What exactly do you want in the opposition leader? He raises the right issues at the right time in the right decibel. You don't amplify him. It's your mistake, your problem, not mine.
Okay.
We'll continue to do what we have to.
Okay, you made that point now thrice on the program that the media is not amplifying the Congress message. But okay, let me.
कितनी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेस हैं जो आप लाइव दिखाते हैं? जरा मेरे पास तो सारा रिकॉर्ड है, आप बताइए जरा अपना रिकॉर्ड. आप हमें प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं देंगे और फिर कहेंगे साहब बोल नहीं रहा. हम बोलते हैं, आप सुनवा नहीं रहे हैं. कमजोरी आपके में नहीं है.
Okay, you made the point now, Pawan, that the media you're saying is responsible for the failure of the opposition to amplify its voice. So you made the point.
Sir,
let's be clear.
Forgive this media.
Okay.
History will remember the role played by this media in the last 7 years.
Okay, Gaurav Bhatia, while you're smiling, there's a question. Just a minute now. There's a question of the government remaining in denial. Sir, just a minute, sir. Sir, just a minute, Gaurav Bhatia. The Prime Minister does not address press conferences. The fact is the opposition gets minimal time inside Parliament. We've even seen that Lok Sabha TV cleverly blocks out when the opposition protests inside Parliament, unlike in the past. The ED, IT and agencies are accused by the opposition of targeting opposition leaders, and the government remains in denial. Snoopgate, we will have no inquiry. On price rise, don't worry, all is well. On COVID management, no oxygen deaths. When that comes from the government side, Gaurav Bhatia, isn't it true that in a way, the government is living in denial also? Why doesn't the government face the media more often? Why doesn't the Prime Minister address more press conferences? Maybe that will give a better sense. Your response, sir.
Thank you, Rajdeep. The way you love the Congress spokespersons, I haven't seen a person loving his own family members. But having said that,
I take strong objection to that, but I will ignore it. My hair is now grey. But please go ahead.
Yes. So I will respond to your question as well, but there are three things that I need to respond to. First, the media. Today, the so-called farmers had attacked a journalist and a cameraman. He had bruises, he was injured. Nobody is talking about that. I'm very surprised. Now, regarding the reporting, this Dainik Bhaskar group, and I can show you the clippings, had reported that the Rajasthan government was actually dumping the vaccines which could save precious lives. And the Rajasthan minister threatened the Dainik Bhaskar group. We should be discussing that also. And when it comes to media, the maximum number of unfortunate deaths have happened in Maharashtra. And we know of a channel and the editor-in-chief of that channel who was arrested by the police in Maharashtra. We are not talking about that. So why are we so selective? One. Two. Now, my learned panelist coming from the land where the head is held high and the mind is without fear. And today she is talking about being under fear. That's because Mamata Banerjee is an anarchist. NHRC, Supreme Court, Calcutta High Court, all have exposed how state-sponsored violence happened in West Bengal, and we have full faith in the judiciary. Third, now the Farmers Act. Farmers' laws, when they were being deliberated, Rahul Gandhi was nowhere. And Sharad Pawarji, not any member of the NDA, Rajdeep, Sharad Pawarji has said it is not in the interest of the nation to withdraw these three acts. Therefore, the Congress should either be with Maha Vikas Aghadi or not be. And last but not the least, I will tell you something. We will always be with farmers. We got a mandate. We brought in the change. If somebody has a problem, just because they are protesting in some small numbers doesn't mean the government will buckle under pressure.
Okay.
We'll stick up.
Oh, you answered all my questions but didn't answer the denial on Snoopgate. And of course the fact that the Prime Minister of the country doesn't do press conferences.
I will.
Rajdeep, a lie has been spoken on your show. I need to correct.
Yeah, I'll come to you, Yogendra, in a minute.
Yes, can you repeat your question and I'll reply?
No, my simple question was, in all of this, you still seem to be living in denial when it comes to issues of COVID mismanagement, when it comes to price rise, when it comes to indeed, why doesn't the Prime Minister do an open press conference, address the media once and for all?
Okay. So, Rajdeep, first of all, COVID, I think, many ministers of the government has spoken on the management. You may feel that the management wasn't good enough, but I can give you statistics comparing the numbers and the management of India with the other countries. We have done very well. Second, about the Prime Minister addressing the media, it is his choice. He gives a lot of interviews. I remember during elections, even your channel had taken an interview. It is about asking questions. The manner and the mode is to be decided by the Prime Minister.
Okay.
Journalists like you cannot dictate how the Prime Minister would interact with the media.
Okay. Yogendra Yadav, what was the lie on the program?
Mr. Gaurav Bhatia said a farmer had attacked media. I dare you, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia.
I said so-called.
Every single.
I never
please
even
now
called
allow me to
farmers.
speak. Don't interrupt. Please produce the name of that person. Delhi police would surely
Yes,
oblige.
I will give you
Know
the
the
details.
name.
Rajdeep, get it
It is
checked.
a-
I accept the challenge.
it is a
News 18,
YouTuber
journalist.
who
I
is
was on the
not a
program.
farmer.
Okay.
Allow
I
me to
was on
speak.
the
Please
program.
don't interrupt.
You can check with News 18. I accept
Okay,
your challenge.
we
and I
will
have given
get
you a
that checked.
rebuttal.
We
Go
will
and
get
check.
that checked. We will
Go
get
and
that
check.
checked, Gaurav. We will
Yes.
get that checked.
This
Yes, yes,
News
Yogendra.
18 journalist.
Okay, sir. Okay, you made your point. Yes, Yogendra.
Thank you. When you are
on the
not
list
aware,
of
don't speak
farmers
out
that
of turn.
we have.
Yes.
I have
Produce
accepted
the
your
ID
challenge.
card.
Please
Please,
go and check and then apologize.
switch off the mic of Mr. Bhatia while...
Today,
Yes.
I dare Gaurav Bhatia, show me that I-card. Otherwise, please shut up.
No, let's not use words like that, Yogendra Yadav. This is his viewpoint versus yours. Yeah,
Someone
okay.
lies, and I'm simply saying, please shut up. Don't lie. There's nothing offensive about it.
He's
I'm
saying...
helping.
Mr. Bhatia is saying that he is going to provide you the evidence. We'll wait and see whether he does that to you. And Kakoli Ghosh Dastidar...
Police should publish the name tomorrow.
Right.
And show me that this person is from Sanyukt Kisan Morcha. Today, every single person carried an I-card, numbered I-card. Please produce a copy of that tomorrow.
Okay. I hope Gaurav Bhatia, who's left us, is listening to that. But Kakoli Ghosh Dastidar, you raised your voice. Let me give you a final 30 seconds. You are accused, your party is being accused that the Trinamool Congress cannot speak about the BJP's authoritarianism. They claim you practice the same politics in Bengal.
No, that is not true. But what I wanted to talk about is the fake news being spread here that there is lawlessness in West Bengal. And they are citing the example of the NHRC. NHRC has party members from Bharatiya Janata Party and their mother wing. And there is no lawlessness in West Bengal. The most peaceful state in the country is West Bengal. It has been recognized by United Nations. On the 2nd of May, before Mamata Banerjee was sworn in as the Chief Minister for the third time, 1 or 2 stray incidents had happened, but at that time, Election Commission was taking care of the law and order. So why don't they ask the Election Commission how and why they failed to maintain law and order?
That's another...
Today,
Bengal
one
is
of
another
our
debate.
women leaders in Kuch Bihar has been beaten. And she is bleeding in Kuch Bihar. That Bharatiya Janata Party goons have let loose their mafia to create unrest in the state of West Bengal. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Let me leave it there. Clearly, as I said at the start of the program, the opposition seems to have found its voice. There are various ways in which it's found it, but clearly for now, as this program illustrates, it's found it. And I think the BJP has also found its voice.